Hello everybody, welcome back. So let's have a look at the, I suppose, the immediate short-term timeframes, what it's going to take, I suppose, for Bitcoin to change its tune and to perhaps maybe start, maybe not such an uptrend, but to try and make a confirmation that the bottom is in. And a lot of this is going to be a battle fought on the 4 hourly time frame. So you can see, so basically, this just shows how quickly this is broken down. But since the original death cross over here, an attempt, but I suppose this death cross technically, is still technically playing out, even though we got it again over here. I mean, given the nature of the way that this broke down as well, initiated and spurred on. I mean, it was a downtrend anyway, but pushed over the edge of the cliff by all these death to Bitcoin users, and it's not green, man, it's not green. So yeah, the death cross took place, played out, tried to recover, and then kicked down the stairs again. So the 4 hourly time frame is the one that's going to have it. All right. So the good thing about this, I say the good thing, that the way that we can choose to view it, is that the last line in the sand is this red line here, about 33,000 more or less. Of course, we can have wicks down below there, and we could even go as low as here, 29,000 for where I would expect to maybe see another bounce from. But if we do break down below here, we have to reconsider further downtrend, deeper and darker. But for the moment, there is this battle going on, which is between the centre of this Bollinger Band, or this big pink white line, the 20 moving average, and I suppose the bottom level of support, which is candle body closes. We're looking for candle body closes of about 33,000. So I think I'm just a little bit up there, aren't I, on here? 33,000. We'll just move it down so it's nice and neat. Yeah, 33,000. There we go, give or take. So this hopefully is going to be an area where we can begin to reaccumulate. But if we do break above this centre of this Bollinger Band and at least try to play it up to the towards the top, which is about $40,000, it'll be a volatile range still. We'll be up and we'll be down, or we'll be up and we'll be down. I think given the fear that is still in the market, people might be looking to get out of their positions in anticipation for the worst. Some people might be buying down at here, which I suppose is not a bad idea at all. It's basically what I've been doing. I'm not saying that this is the bottom or anything. We don't know where the bottom is yet, but there is a chance that this would be where we accumulate from. Accumulation can take place, for as low as here, and if we don't drop down further. So again, the battle is on the 4 hourly time frame, and there is one little piece of not reassurance, and these things can take a while to play out. Just because we've seen it doesn't necessarily mean that it will, but we do have bullish divergence on the 4 hourly MACD, on the 4 hourly RSI here, which should lend itself to that push above this anyway. Whether it does it on this occasion, or if we do make another lower low here down to 29,000 and we get a higher uptick on this 4 hourly, it would lend itself to a pretty savage move up, and possibly even up towards $50,000. I know that this all sounds really far-fetched, and I'm not saying it to become popular or gauge views. If you watch my channel now, you should realise that I'm not about being a moon boy or being an ultimate fearmonger. It's all about playing ranges and this, that, and the other. So obviously we're in a downtrend on the daily, on the 4 hourly. Actually, probably almost, we would probably even consider that on the weekly as well. So we're downtrending still. But how far is it likely to go? So the first area of significant hopium support is this red line. That's why it's red. The next area of savage hopium is going to be down here, and we spoke about this being a significant area of support, being held above this 50 exponential moving average on the weekly. So that's the video I made yesterday. And if we went back in time long enough, we would see that basically, we don't, even when we break down below here, we don't spend an enormous amount of time below here, and if we do, we usually get caught around the 200 exponential on the weekly. We don't have that on this chart, but we do have it on Bitstamp, which is more or less around 16,000, which is obviously quite a fair way away down here. So that would be the last place to be caught. Now the setup here on the weekly is still as bad as it looks. It does still lend itself to a further continuation of an uptrend, given the Ichimoku cloud's setup. We haven't had a cancelled Ichi cloud with the with the Chiku span, nor have we got a negative cross with the baseline or conversion line. So technically this is still in an uptrend, and if we think about what charts look like generally, and if we forget about how dramatic this has been and how amazing this was, then actually we would look at this and go, well, yeah, okay, well, we play the trend until the trend is over, and technically the trend isn't over yet. The signal was down here, and the signal is still in play. There's not a portion of this gone red. We're okay, technically we're okay. And the video I made yesterday was just to explain that, yeah, we've done 50% or probably a bit more. But closures above here have shown that we have dramatic reversals from this level. So this should be, in my opinion, and hopefully will be, the area that we do start to recover from. But it doesn't mean that we're going to go into a V-shaped recovery. I mean, obviously we could. This is Bitcoin. There will be a lot of people looking to buy at these levels, and it's, anything is technically possible. I just think there's a little bit too much fear in the market right now, and the opportunity to get flushed out all over again using derivatives is probably not the greatest idea. But buying incrementally, especially at levels like this, for me it's rude not to, because the video I made yesterday explained that even in the most severe downtrends, even after a bubble pops, we come down to test this zone. This chart isn't old enough to actually show that, I'm afraid. Let me see if I can just get it up here for you so you can all see it. So even after savage bubble pops, this being a good example. This wasn't even a bubble pop. This is a massive move up. 2013 crash back down to it. This is about 70% down. Another move up, crash back down to it, and then a final big move up to blow off the top. Crash back down to it on the bubble pop. Even after a bubble pop, we popped up again, had another attempt. Spent a little bit of time below it, reaccumulated at the 200 exponential, and then started to rally from it bit by bit until we got to 2017 bubble pop. Came down to test to it after the bubble pop, and again to it, and then we broke down below it, reaccumulated just below the 200 exponential, and then carried on like there was nothing to it. So this is the first time really that it's essentially been tested after the 2019 bubble pop, if we choose to call it that. So it's, for me, there is a very good chance that we do hold here, and if we don't, then yeah, I would be thinking probably down here if we don't hold here. And this is a weekly chart, so we can't look at things on a daily basis and go, and think about, we've just started a new week, and if we think about where we started the week above this green 50 exponential on the weekly. So I'm not particularly concerned, and if anything, it's about playing the odds, and the odds are in our favour at this level. This suggests that if we do catch a bounce here, then it would likely continue up, indefinitely until the next big bubble pop. And if we break down, so be it. We do have another area of horrendous dumpage marked off at around about 16,000 that we can reaccumulate at. There's no point in trying to catch a knife down there. We'll spend enough time down there. That would be literally Bitcoin on its ass, and people will literally just think it's dead and forgotten about, and it'll take a bit of time for it to pop up. But for me, yeah, this was the zone. So I woke up this morning. Okay, we made a nice weekly close. We've opened another weekly up here, so it's rude not to get involved. So I've got back involved, picked up some more Bitcoin at this level. And we're just going to wait it out. Like I say, I'm not expecting a V-shaped recovery, but I am expecting a reaccumulation at this level. Maybe some ups and some downs, some big ups, big downs. But overall, I'm quite confident with the way that this chart is right now. And again, I'm viewing this on a weekly, so just because, let's just say someone watches this video right now, and by the time they finished it, it's gone back down again, and they said, "You're wrong, man, you're wrong." Look, I'm wrong until the weekly candle body closes below the green 50 and heads further towards the, I suppose, into the 20s, really. That's when I'd be wrong. And technically I'd be wrong only about my entry point here. That's why I have further capital for entry points around here. So if I was wrong then, if I was wrong now, I will certainly hopefully be right here, and it will all balance out in the end, because the bigger picture is up here. This is where we're going. We're going up here, guys. Actually, that's really high, isn't it? We're perhaps not going there this year, but we are probably going around around this level. So it doesn't seem a great deal. I suppose you're looking to 100%. possibly more by the end of the year from where we are at right now. I'm okay with that. That's fine by me, and I'm willing to take the risk. And if it all fails, then no big deal. We still have a decent fix on this, on the way that it reaccumulates around these levels. And actually, it would be a blessing in disguise in many ways if it did come down to this level, because you'd get so much more for your money, and the end result for Bitcoin is obviously going to be a lot better. But I'm not holding out on the off chance that we do break down below there. The best way to trade, and again, I suppose it's becoming a catchphrase: never be all in, never be all out. Expect the worst, and anything else is a bonus. But you do, if you really want to have skin in the game, you do have to incrementally buy at significant levels, and this to me is a significant level. And if it breaks down, so be it. There's a very significant level down here. It may never get filled, but if it did get filled, I'd be so happy with myself. And it would be one of those trades that you could leave, you know what I mean, for a very long period of time. This might be the lowest you'll ever get Bitcoin again if it did come down to 16,000. It might be the lowest bid ever filled for Bitcoin. It would be the equivalent of the March crash, basically, being able to get back in there again. So obviously it was devastating, but there is opportunity in devastation. So anyway, I'll leave it with you there. There's no need to beat around the bush. It's just an update on the videos that I made yesterday. And so far we're just going to play it, and hopefully it'll work out. But again, I have to reiterate, this is a weekly chart that we're trading it on, so don't expect immediate results for getting in at this area. Anyway, take it easy. Hope you have a nice day. Yeah, take it easy.